Word Wednesdays. So, what are the topics that are up for discussion? It may be love, health, or career. We could discuss the struggle, your worth, or your fears. Word speaks about it all, and all are welcome to pull up a chair. I could care less about your age, race, gender, status, or geographical location. I am here to address these topics every other Wednesday. That's the word, and that's me. I know you all been waiting patiently to sit here with me and sip a cup of tea. The overall message is unity, world peace, and most importantly, LOVE. Welcome back to Word Wednesdays. You are here with me, Nina St. Cyr. I am the founder of Written Smith 101. If you would like to learn more about me and the services that I offer to the general public, please visit the website at www.writtensmith101.org, or you can visit www.writtensmith101.wordpress. Today, the topic that we will discuss is titled, Is Money the Root to Evil? We will discuss the importance of money, the use versus waste, and the human perception versus the divine. Money is a tool similar to a hammer, a wrench, or a screwdriver. However, it is a tool that is used more frequent than most to ensure daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly survival. Notice how I use the word survival rather than maintenance. Now let's move on. I just want you to remember the word survival. It's the reason why I use this word. Now, let's take a look at the use versus the waste. Use is determined by a need rather than a want. It's the difference between a desire and a necessity. When money is used, it is rationally used rather than irrationally used. This means that there is some level of logic that is being applied prior to making a purchase. Examples of use consist of budgeting. Now, while some may view budgeting as a standard way to organize all needs, budgeting can also consist of vacations, diners, and so on. However, the needs are primary and the wants are secondary. Waste, on the other hand, is totally opposite from use. There is no rational thinking that is applied prior to making a purchase. There is no level of logic, and it is primarily motivated by emotions. Now, let's go back to that word survival. There's a reason why I put a great emphasis on that word. Now, when you think of the word survival, what is the first thing that comes to mind? It is a means to no end. Now, if we are going to use money to survive, we have to use money in a way that it becomes a means to no end. If you are using it, you have a greater chance of turning it into a tool that provides a means to no end. However, if you are wasting it, there is an end prior to the ending that is destined. This means that people who waste money tend to be broke more often. They tend to need it more rather than want. And the reason why they waste it is because they put their primary wants ahead of their primary needs. When you do so, you make a fool of yourself, especially when you have a family. Those of you who do not have a family, you still make a fool of yourself because you still need to survive. We all need to survive individually and collectively. However, when you do not understand the true definition of survival, you do not have the tools that are necessary to survive. And if you have it, these tools are very scarce. Now, we're going to look at the human perception versus the divine. After we examine this, you would understand why I spoke of survival. Because there's a totally different outlook when it pertains to the human versus the divine. Now, the human perception of money is power, greed, success. Whereas the divine perception of money is necessity, sustenance, and survival. The divine adopts a more practical understanding of money, where the human perception adapts more of a elaborate lifestyle. And they see money basically as a tool to be used to exert power. They are motivated through greed. And while some are not motivated through greed, some humans are content with having small amounts of money, while some strive to gain large amounts of money. It depends on the individual and their preference when it pertains to money. However, we must understand that money is a tool. It is a tool to be used, not wasted. It is a tool to survive, not to maintain. Now we go back to maintenance. While survival does include some level of maintenance, your preference and how you perceive maintenance is what turns money into evil. For example, if you choose to maintain your means to no end through desperation, there is no boundaries, meaning you will lie, you will cheat, you will steal, you will even kill in order to maintain your means to no end. However, the average person will not go through such drastic measures. Instead, they may find some means of employment to maintain their means to no end. As I said earlier, each individual is different. Now, I'm going to wrap it up, and I'll see you all in 2 weeks. Until then, be blessed, be safe, and be prosperous.